people say, oh no, things are modern now, things have changed, so we don't need to worry about those old fears anymore. Doesn't matter, that's from caveman days. There's no lions coming to get you, so therefore you shouldn't be afraid, you should overcome your fears. I say it's bullshit. So I had an email from a guy who's a coach. He's a doctor, but he's becoming a coach, and he was talking about his reasons for hesitating to reach out and talk to people about what he does. And he was talking about I asked him what his fears were, and he said, well, some of the fears were things like they'll think I'm just trying to sell to them, they'll think I have an agenda, they'll think that I've changed. And my response to him was to honor your fears. Those are good fears to have. And it was kind of, what does that even mean, right? Like he wrote back saying, can you tell me what you mean by honor your fears? I mean, this sounds ridiculous. And my intention was for the ridiculousness of it to come to the fold, because I wanted to look at the ridiculousness of it and how actually it's not ridiculous. It's not ridiculous. When I say honor your fears, I'm actually being serious, being very literal and very serious. And so what am I actually saying? Those fears that you have, that people will think that I'm trying to sell to them, or people will think I have an agenda, or that I've changed, those are good fears to have. And so this is my problem with so much of the overcome your fears, fight your fears, feel your fear and do it anyway advice, is that over millions of years, fears have developed for a purpose. Because a lot of fear is in the context of social engagement and relationships. And that's what I'm talking about today, right here, right now. I'm not talking about your fear of spiders or something like that. I'm talking about your fear in the context of engagement and connection and relating to and serving other human beings. All right? I'm talking about the fears, the anxieties that come from some type of engagement in society with human beings in the world. Over millions of years, these fears have evolved in certain contexts with certain intentions, and they're not irrelevant anymore. They are completely irrelevant. We think they're irrelevant because we are living in a world where we think that the self, the I, is the most important thing at all times and in all situations. And over millions of years, our fears have evolved to make the self, the I, not the most important thing. The fear comes up when the I, the self, is so self-interested that it's disadvantageous to nature, to the order of things, for that I to be acting in that way, for that self to be acting in that way. It's disadvantageous for the natural world, for you, the individual, to be acting in a way that is so self-interested. Therefore, fears have evolved within you to stop you from doing that. It keeps the balance in society. It keeps the harmony in the world. It keeps you acting less in the interest of self and more in the interest of others. And so if you feel a fear that they're going to think I'm trying to sell, or you feel a fear that they'll think I have an agenda, or you feel a fear that they'll think that I've changed, it's because deep down part of you does actually have an agenda. Deep down part of you is trying to change in a way that's not going to serve. It's about you too much. Deep down part of you is trying to sell, and it's about you. Deep down, the I is highly in the focus. The self is highly in the focus. You have skin in the game, so much so that naturally, you evolved, the body has evolved to warn you against acting in the world in that way. Honor that fear. Stop it. Stop acting in the world in that way. If you feel anxiety around interacting and engaging with other human beings, stop doing that. Now, well, what the hell am I saying? Am I saying stop interacting and engaging with human beings? No, that's not what I'm saying. I'm saying stop doing it that way, with that intention. Stop having so much self-interest. Stop letting the I have skin in the game so much. If you want to go out and serve human beings and at the same time, deep down, have the intention to sell to them and try to get from them, and you're feeling fear, good. Don't overcome it. Honor it. Say, okay, I'm going to remove that part of self-interest. I'm going to remove the I that's getting in the way. I'm going to take some of my own skin out of the game and only give and only serve. And I'll notice when I do that, that I start to feel more relaxed. The anxiety melts away. And look, I've just listened to millions of years of evolution about what is the way to interact with other human beings in a way that is actually productive and creates natural balance and respects the order of the world. And you'll find that when you do it, even on an individual level, it actually works so much better. The connection gets made, the service gets rendered, people actually become interested in you because they feel you giving without attachment, without need, without self-interest, the thing the fear was trying to warn you against. And the connection happens, and the money flows, and things work. These fears are perfect. These fears are beautiful. If more people listen to their anxiety, instead of just turning off and sitting on the couch and doing nothing, but went deeper and figured out what was it really about, and they removed the self-interest and they were allowing themselves, as a result, to still act in the world, to still express, to still do, but to do it in an outward-oriented way, in a way of service, there'd be more connection, there'd be more love, there'd be more productivity, more creation, and the world would be a better place. So please, honor your fears. Much love. So if you like this video, or if you like the idea in this video at least, go ahead and subscribe to my channel. I put out new videos every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. Also, if you're into it, share it with your friends. Why not? Why keep it all to yourself? Tweet it, Facebook it, Google Plus it, whatever you can do, get it out there. And hey, if you want to learn more about creating passion, purpose, and prosperity in your life, and if you want to learn more about becoming a leader in your life, then hit up my website. You can learn more there. Finally, the best insights usually happen down below in the discussion. So leave a comment, ask questions, challenge me, if you will. Share your own story. I'd love to hear. Talk to you soon. Much love.